$72,000 a year.
I'm looking
So
for somewhere to pee.
if you're in a position to do that, man, $72,000 a year off of independent business, man, and that's all tax-free money.
$200 a day.
$200 a day. That's $6,000 a month. So if you selling these, how much are you selling these? How much you be normally selling them for?
$20.
$20, boom. You'd sell 10 of these. You sell 10 of these a day.
Point.
That's $200. You feel me? So you really on your hustle, really pushing, the positive energy, your mood, your aura. $200 a day. $200 a day, a month. That's $6,000 a month. The average person who's staying by himself in a room, his rent only about $1,200, $1,300 for itself. So then you look at, $1,300. Then you got $4,700 left that you could do whatever you want to do with. So you pay your bills. You take another $700 for your bills. You got $4,000 that you could just really move around on how you doing, what you're hustling. $72,000 a year, bro. That's easy. That's just all off one hustle. Hey, baby.
So they gonna put you on?
I'm mic'd up tonight on ESPN with the outside lines, but I ain't doing the first take. I might do it. Me and Short might do it Saturday or Sunday.
All right.
So it
see this?
We'll find out.
See, I'm gonna need you.
Okay, brother. So
I'm proud of you, Fab. Thank you.
man, it's just a way that we look at it because everybody feel like they got a wrong.
Man, it's popular. You see what it is. I'm fortunate to be able to hear this right now.
Real.
Thank you.
Everybody feel like they have to ball. So we feel like, oh, if we ain't getting thousands, if you ain't getting millions and nothing like that, you ain't handling your business. Dude, an honest living. You look at $6,000 a month and you don't got a slave for nobody. You don't have to be told when to get up, why to get up, how to get up, where to go, what to do. Come on, bro. Independent living. Oh, that's independent. You feel me? That's really taking your destiny in your own hands and controlling it. Now as your product increases, and whatever it is that you supply to the public, your product, your service, as that increases, so does that number. So if you could get up to $400 or $500 a day, $500 a day, bro, that's $15,000 a month. We're looking at $180,000 a year, or $500 a day. I don't know a lot of people that make $180,000 a year.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be listening to this later, so I kind of have to talk to myself. I'm hearing some words that I don't normally hear throughout the Oakland School District or in Oakland in general. Where do you feel that you learned this mindset from, this focus to believe that it's possible and then go after it?
Well, my mother implemented a lot of positive encouragement in me of watching her, without even her having to tell me verbally, just watching her progress and her journey. I was able to see how hard she worked. And it was a good thing and a bad thing for me. The good thing of it was my mother wasn't afraid of work. It wasn't a difficult task for her to get up and go provide for her child and her family. And to allow me to have what I would say is a respected childhood. I could look back at my childhood and say I had a respected childhood. I really didn't have a need for nothing, didn't have a want for nothing. I really had a respected childhood. But it also let me know that my mother got up and worked 3 jobs to still succumb to staying in the same housing building as a person who never worked a day in their life. So all of that strenuous work and all of that hard working, for this capitalist society that, we live in, and you still come back and you live next to someone who never worked a day in their life. And I told myself, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm not gonna be a person that's gonna fall victim to modern day slavery. And what I say is modern day slavery is falling into the chains and shackles that corporate America allow you to fall into and they lock you up into. And you get so caught up in, you become addicted to getting up every morning, going to work, and then you get a check, you only making enough just to survive. Just to get to the next check. So, hey, boss, how you doing, boss? All right.
Hey.
All right. So,
Beautiful thing. Beautiful people.
With me, I told myself, I'll never do that. I'll never be a person who's gonna get up, go to a job, and just a job to me. And I don't disrespect anyone who has a job, and I respect everyone who has a job.
Yes.
Who has that endurance in themselves to get up and go work. But to me, a job stands for just over broke. J-O-B. Because you working. Then when you pay bills, you just over broke.
And right back to that job again.
Right back to that job again. So you're depending on that job.
Okay.
That's a dependency. And if you're independent, that's a contradiction.
Right now, people who are hearing this, if they are hearing it, are thinking, well, if I've got bills I need to pay and I need to see where my money's coming from and I can't get out there and make it myself and I can't do this, what had you shift from maybe that mentality to I can? If somebody were to say that I can't see where my money's coming from and I can't I can't extend myself, and I don't have what you have. And if for somebody who's a can't, what would you say?
A person that has to, for one, I can't love you
Hey.
if you don't love you.
Hey,
You
wow,
can't love me if you don't love you.
wow.
Because that's a selfish love. You know what I'm saying? That's a dependent love. It's like a sticker. You know, if it's none of the stickiness on the
Yeah.
back of it, it won't stay up.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
get
I'm
that.
saying? So if I love me, I'm gonna love me. I'm gonna take all my can'ts and turn them to cans. And it's
Because
not
you care about
Because
yourself.
I care about myself. I care about myself enough to tell myself that I can. You know what I'm saying? I care about myself that much. I won't allow myself to fall victim to a I can't, because I've looked at all the things that I did that they said I couldn't, and I did.
So it was almost like words don't teach.
Brother, actions. It's all about actions. The actions, man. I love y'all, bro. I'll check y'all with y'all. All right, for sure.
Hey, this is a love fest. All right.
So it's about saying, man, I'm finna get right, man. It ain't about, oh yeah, I'm out here, I'm getting money. What's up, boss? How you doing?
Hey,
All right.
this is a beautiful thing. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Well, this is just a typical day in the life of me. Stepped out of the house just feeling good. Stepped out of the house enjoying life and bumped into a good friend of mine, good old friend of mine, FAB, a local artist. And as I'm discovering right now, there are many layers to this local artist. I feel like this is an alignment movement, and I'm proud to be where I am. I'm proud to be where I am right now, and I'm proud to be communicating with somebody who's so wise, to be so young and to be so grounded in beliefs, not grounded in thoughts, but to be grounded in beliefs that I would say are unpopular for the community that are his same age. So if he has anything else to say, we'll listen, but I'm very grateful for everything. Everything.
Man, it's beauty, man. Stay living, man.
Stay living.
That's what it's about.
That's the quote. Stay living. You heard it.